What up, what up, what up? We are live. RC3 WrestleTalk. Or I'm shortening it to just WrestleTalk. I'm pulling a Vince McMahon. I'm taking away my last name. My first name. I'm just taking it away. I'm just getting rid of it. It's not episode 3. I've got episode 3 in the text, and it's not episode 3. It's episode 4. Come on, guys. Get it together. I got it together. I got me my pizza bites. I've watched 4 hours of wrestling tonight, so I don't really know what to say about that. I think NXT and AEW both are starting to get into the groove of just routine, weekly, episodic TV. So they're not... Mike, get up. Okay. They're not focused on putting together a pay-per-view quality show 2 hours every single week. And I know you guys want that, but it's not feasible for the long run. And I actually applaud them for taking a step back this week. Not to say either show was bad, because it wasn't. You know, both shows were fine. It was just that they weren't trying to be, you know, these pay-per-view shows. It wasn't like they're trying to be this amazing show that you just can't turn off for 2 seconds or you're going to, you know, just miss everything. So, applauds to NXT and AEW for doing that this week. Let's start with NXT. Let's break down NXT. So we start out, we have Finn Balor versus Trent Seven right off the bat. First thing on the show. And Finn Balor just destroys Trent Seven. Like, he just kills him. I hate it for Trent because I think he's a great competitor. But right now, at least on the main NXT show, Finn is the focus, not Trent. So it was an easy win for Finn. Win for Finn. Dun, 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 dun. Then they moved on. They went straight into the next match. It was Diana Purrazzo versus somebody, Blackheart. I don't really know that girl with the green hair. I'm sorry. I called her green hair bitch at the Royal Rumble review. So I don't really know who she is. But anyways, this was just a showcase for Diana. It looks like she's going to finally get a push. And I think she can be pretty good. You know, it might take some time to get her going, get her built up. But I think she could be pretty good in the long run. So I'm fine with that. Easy win for Miss Diana. Princess Diana. Then we move on to Keith Lee. Whoop, whoop, Keith Lee. Whoop, whoop, Keith Lee. Whoop, whoop. They give him big, "You deserve it" chant. Damian Priest interrupts. I don't think I like Damian Priest. You know, he's okay. I like his entrance. His entrance is really cool, but Damian himself is not really... It just doesn't grab me. Like, you know, he's not that good. Dominik Dijakovic comes out after that. I love when they have all these guys like come out when there's a new title holder or a new storyline or something like that. I really like when they bring everybody out and they, you know, everybody's gunning for that title, for that guy. And then it breaks off into a match, whatever. But I really think it makes the title feel like a really big deal. And that's my favorite way that they build up new contenders for mid-card titles, is when they, you know, just... Keith Lee's in the ring, Damian Priest comes out, Dijakovic comes out. You know, they both say they deserve a match. Then they have a match. Dijakovic ends up getting the win. And it immediately makes the North American title feel like a big deal. I really like this. I thought it was good. Good job. I guess this match in general was just kind of a way to get us back, a logical way to get us back into the Keith Lee versus Dijakovic feud, which is fine with me. I mean, I can watch them wrestle for, ever. The matches they had before was freaking amazing. So, they can keep on wrestling. That's perfectly fine with me. I wish you guys would just give me a big dislike on the video every time I say the word I'm trying to cut it out, but I can't. I just keep saying it. I can't even start a sentence without saying it. Ciampa is out next. We have 2 big promo segments right in a row. This was kind of a weird structure of the show, but both of them were good. So Ciampa laid out, I think it was Roderick Strong in the backstage area, brings out a table to the ring, challenges Adam Cole for the NXT title, says he never lost that title and I'm going to get it. Cole comes out. They start having a brawl. Cole knocks him in the face with a microphone, busts Ciampa wide open. Ciampa ends up putting Cole through a table, signs the contract, wipes the contract with his own blood, and I guess we're going to have a title match. Ciampa versus Adam Cole at TakeOver Portland. So, guys, tell me something about this Portland show. So, is this just coming out of nowhere and, like, there's going to be no Big 4 pay-per-view? Like, we're just going to have a TakeOver? I like that. I mean, I really like it, and I think they can fill up an arena. I hope it's in a big-time arena. I hope it's in the full-size Portland arena. But it's interesting. I mean, it's definitely interesting. So, just to see how they do, as whatever. But anyways, looks like we got a main event. Ciampa versus Cole. We've got Keith Lee versus Dijakovic. We've got the we'll get to that, but we've got the winner of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, if you will, versus the NXT Tag Team Champions. Tegan Nox versus Dakota Kai. This match didn't go very long. Looks like they're going to hold this match off. They'll probably have it at the Portland show, or maybe on the pre-show, or maybe on the little Wednesday night special that they do. They usually do. I wonder if they'll still do that now that they're live on USA. I don't know for sure, but anyways, this got over quickly when Candice LeRae comes out. She helps Tegan Nox get the win. Basically distracted the referee. Nox knocked her out with her knee brace, and Tegan Nox gets the win. So I really like Tegan Nox. I wish they wouldn't. I hope they don't just give it to. I mean, I know Dakota Kai is their girl, and I know they want to give her a big push, but I hope they don't just give it to her. Like, I want Tegan Nox to have a chance, and I want her to be relevant. So let's give Nox a push, guys. Let's give her a little bit of a push. Kaden Carter versus Chelsea Green. This was stupid. So first of all, NXT structures itself the same way that they did when they were a 1-hour show. They pieced together like 7 matches. Well, on the 1-hour show, it was like 4 matches. It was perfect. But on the 2-hour show, this was the 6th match. No, this was the 5th match. So it was 6 matches total. And on a 2-hour show, that's a lot of matches. And that's the same number of matches we have on some pay-per-views. And I don't really know. It's fine to do a losing streak storyline, but I don't feel like they're doing it very well with Chelsea Green. So this is my one nitpick of this episode of NXT. Not that any of it was amazing. The main event was really good. But this was my biggest nitpick of this episode, was that, one, they rushed this match onto the card. There wasn't really room for it on this show. You could have lengthened out the Tegan Nox Dakota Kai match. You could have lengthened out the Finn Balor match. So there wasn't really room for it here. And Chelsea Green just loses, and they just act like it's some big upset by Kaden Carter. They're not really talking up the fact that Chelsea Green is on a losing streak. They're just kind of, I don't know. I can't explain it. Give me a second. Y'all got me flustered. But they're not pushing the fact that it's a losing streak. If that's where we're going with Chelsea Green, I'm okay with that. But I want her to go somewhere. And right now, she's just losing for the sake of losing, and it's not going anywhere. And the announcers aren't conveying the storyline that Green is struggling with herself. You know, if you're going to do a losing streak storyline, she needs to have a struggle and a reason why she keeps losing. I know eventually she's probably going to snap, and she's probably going to start winning, and then she'll get a big push. But right now, they're not letting us know that might be a possibility. All they're letting us know is that Chelsea Green sucks and she keeps losing. So I didn't like this. Then something I did like. We move on to the main event. The Broserweights. Pete Dunne and Matt Riddle versus the Grizzled Young Veterans. I don't like that team, but whatever. This match was really good. I'm really convinced that Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne are two of like the top 5 competitors in professional wrestling today. They're so good at everything they do. It's just the way that they connect with the crowd, their mannerisms in the ring, their charisma in the ring, their, just love to win. I don't know what it is. They're just cool, and they connect with the crowd. They're great. They're excellent performers in the ring. They can both cut a great promo. I just think they're two of the best complete packages that we have in the WWE, period. I just think they're just really good. I really like them a lot, and I'm really proud that they are what they are. So we get to the end of the show. I really love the finish to this match as well. So Pete Dunne was basically eliminated by a dive on the outside. Riddle kicks out of the Grizzled Young Veterans finisher, and then that Dunne ends up coming back in right at the last second to give them the chance and the win. And I really enjoyed the finish to that. I like the celebration. I like the little pyro that they had for the Dusty Classic champions. And I can't wait to see I hope they stay together as a tag team. I really do. So, regardless, I mean, this was pretty good. This was a pretty good episode of NXT. But I want to talk about AEW. I don't know what it is about AEW. Like, everything was good on this show. But then when the show ends, I don't just have... when I see a really great show, I sit back and I'm like, man, this was an awesome wrestling show. I had a great time. The Royal Rumble, just this past week, was an excellent wrestling show. When it was over, I was excited to be a wrestling fan. I couldn't wait to go watch more wrestling. I just watched a 5-hour show and I couldn't wait to go watch more. And with AEW, I haven't gotten that feeling. I have some, after the last pay-per-view they had, I forgot the name of it, but I had that feeling then. But when they have like an episode of Dynamite, and everything was pretty much good on this show for the most part, but I don't know. I really don't know. I didn't get that feeling like, oh man, I can't wait to go watch for next week. I can't wait for more Dynamite. I'm going to go back and watch old episodes of Dynamite. Like, I just didn't get that feeling. But, oh well. Oh well. I could move my mic like way out here, and I could just sit back and relax. Sit back, relax. Hammer time. Boom, boom, boom. Hammer time. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. Anyways, after my little rant's over, let me talk about Dynamite. Jon Moxley cuts a promo. He talks about some of the bad things that Jericho has done in his career, questions his manhood, challenges him, like he wants to fight him like right now, like let's go fight. Jericho comes out with his whole posse, calls him stupid, talks about Ambrose's mother. This was a good promo. It made me want to see their match at the next pay-per-view more than I wanted to see it before this promo. So the promo did its job. thought this was a pretty good promo. They come out, they have like 10-on-1, and this was supposed to make Moxley look like Sting, I guess, or Stone Cold, taking out a whole faction. But it just kind of made him look stupid. Like, oh, let me go fight 10 people. Obviously, you can't fight 10 people, you dumbass. This just made Moxley look really bad. I didn't like that part, but the promo itself was really good. MJF, the Butcher, and the Blade come out. They fight. I think Butcher and the Blade fought the Young Bucks. Young Bucks get the win. Butcher and the Blade attack them, and then Omega comes out, and then Hangman Page comes out to save the day. Hangman Page. Guys, we want to give a push to Hangman Page. I really like that part where I think he gave Kenny Omega or one of the Bucks. He gave one of them his beer. He's like, hold my beer. And then he does a flip and just clotheslines the shit out of the guy. I really like that part. I thought that was really neat. And I like this kind of dynamic that the Elite has right now where Adam Page, I keep wanting to call him Adam Cole, but Adam Page is, he's not part of the Elite, but he's like friends with them, so he was just kind of wandering on his own, even though he's tag partners with Omega. So I thought that's a really cool dynamic that they're adding in. I wonder if it'll end up leading to a big Page versus Omega match at some point down the road. So, anyways, rant number 2 for AEW this week. The AEW women's division is really bad. I'm not invested. The only people I'm invested in is Britt Baker, who they don't seem to be ready to push yet for some stupid reason, and Statlander's okay, and Riho. And I mean, the only ones I care about on the whole roster is Britt Baker. Sometimes I care about Statlander. She's okay. I really don't get into Riho that much. I mean, she's not that great of a performer. She has a cool story where she was wrestling when she was like 2 or whatever it is. Whenever she started, she was like 8 or 9. I like Allie, the bunny, but she's not even in the women's division. She's just doing her own thing on the, with the Butcher and the Blade. So the women's division sucks. The AEW women's division is terrible. I don't care about anyone. I hate Nyla Rose. I think she's terrible. I don't like Big Swole. She's just a freaking, what's her name from NXT? Street Profits girlfriend. God, what's her name? She is the best performer in the Royal Rumble. Why am I blacking out on her name? Oh my God. I'm gonna look you up. I'm looking it up. Bianca Belair. Jesus. I'm an idiot. She's a knockoff Bianca Belair is all she is. I don't like Big Swole. I don't like Riho really. I hate Nyla Rose. Karma / Awesome Kong is old. There's just nothing to invest in this division. I just do not like the AEW women's division. And I know that they know that it's not good. And I know they want to fix it. But you're going to have to you're going to have to get some signings. You're going to have to spend some money on your women because the roster you got right now ain't doing it. You're going to have to go over to WWE or NXT and offer somebody a ton of money and make them jump ship. You could bring in Emma. You could go offer freaking Tessa Blanchard $10 million. She could immediately revive the whole division by herself. But right now, this division sucks. Like, they are terrible. I can't stand when any women on the roster besides Statlander, who's just getting started, Britt Baker, who doesn't wrestle that often for whatever reason, Brandy Rhodes, who doesn't wrestle that often. Allie, who doesn't wrestle at all. Like, you've got some stars there. I guess you could put together a semi-decent division if you actually used your women that you're paying. But the ones Nyla Rose versus Big Swole, I went to piss during this match. And I didn't care. I didn't care what I didn't watch it. All I know, I don't even have written down who won this match. I don't care who won this match. Probably Big Swole. Bianca Belair. So stupid. Just stupid. Terrible. Cody Rhodes versus Kip Sabian was up next. This was the first real lengthy match of the night, which I actually thought was kind of refreshing. You know, AEW always is, since their beginning, since their first episode, it's been like 4-star match, 4-star match, 5-star match, 3-star match, 4-star match. And that's all they had. Then it's like, good night, see you next week. But they're actually gotten away from that. And then this was the first like full length big 15-minute match that they had for the night. And I actually enjoyed that. 1 or 2 per week is all you need. This was a pretty good match. I enjoyed it. Give Cody a win. We'll see how the 10 lashes thing goes down next week. You know, Cody might just take it and then hire, you know, the Young Bucks or somebody to come take out MJF. We'll see. I'm going to tune in next week because of the 10 lashes. So, good job, AEW. You promoted something for the future. Britt Baker comes out. She takes a shot at JR, takes a shot at Tony Schiavone, calls herself the cornerstone of the women's division. Well, why don't you wrestle sometimes, Britt? It was a good promo, but it didn't go anywhere. Nobody came out and challenged her. Nobody came out and shut her up. Nobody did anything. She just came out and said, screw you, screw Cleveland, screw JR, screw Tony Schiavone. I'm the cornerstone of the division. I was the first one hired. Now, goodbye. And that's all that happened. There's nothing to it. SCU comes out. They have Kobe Bryant jerseys on. So that was a nice little tribute to him. They fight TH2, and this is kind of where the criticisms that I originally had for AEW carried over. So in the second hour tonight, they put on big matches, which is fine. But SCU versus TH2, why does that need to go 10 minutes? That's just unnecessary. This was obviously just a match to give SCU a win and get them back on track after losing the tag team titles. So why did we need to see them fight 10 minutes against these people we've never heard of? That wasn't okay. You could have just gave them a 2-minute win and move on to the next thing. Pac cuts a promo up next. He blames the cruise ship for his loss last week. He says you can't wrestle on a moving vessel. I really like the production of this segment. It was like a Broken Matt / Wyatt family production values. It was, pretty interesting. I thought it was good. I like Pac's character a lot. I love the way that he's presented on AEW, and I think he should be AEW World Champion. I'll go ahead and throw it out there. I think he should be the main guy, one of the main guys on their roster, and he is, but they just haven't gotten the chance yet to really push him. Our main event was Private Party and Darby Allin versus the Inner Circle. First of all, the crowd singing Chris Jericho's music every time he comes to the ring is the coolest crowd interaction, thing that in pro wrestling right now. I love it. I mean, I would, if I were to buy a ticket to an AEW show, and once I got in the arena, I'd be like, man, I can't wait for Jericho to come out so I can sing his theme song. I'm sure everybody's like that. That's the coolest crowd thing we do. Good job, whoever came up with that idea. Good job. Inner Circle gets a pretty easy win here with the Judas Effect. And I'll get to the ending in a minute. I was more into Private Party originally when they first started. Everybody compares them to the Street Profits. And I don't really think they're like the Street Profits, but their charisma's like the Street Profits. Their characters are a little bit different, but their charisma, the way they carry themselves in the ring, the way they dance around, the way they talk, is very similar to the Street Profits, and they're not as good as the Street Profits. And they have to know. I mean, Private Party has to know that the Street Profits exist. It can't be. They can't just not know about it, you know. And they should know that Street Profits are very good at what they do. They're excellent performers, excellent mic, excellent charisma, everything. So they should try to separate themselves from that and not be them. You know, you're not just going to be a better version of them. You're going to be a worse version of them, or you can try to be something different. So maybe try to present them a little bit different. But anyways, this was basically a main event just to set up the finishing angle. Moxley finally comes out. Inner Circle's just beating down on Darby Allin and them, and then Moxley finally comes out at the end and takes them out. My recording actually ended before the show ended. So this was the first time I've noticed, at least, that AEW had an overrun on TNT. They went past 10 o'clock, and my recording cut off. I'm going to have to go in and edit it to record like 5 minutes after 10, because my recording shut off and they were still in the ring fighting. So if something big happened, I don't even know about it. But I don't think it did. I'm pretty sure it ended with the brawl between Moxley and the Inner Circle. So, it was pretty good. Pretty good. But, with that being said, I think I'm done for the week. For the week? No, I'm not done for the week. I'm done for the night. I think NXT had the better show tonight, just in this one specific week. I think NXT just had a more complete show. They did a good job of promoting their titles. They did a good job of promoting their next pay-per-view. I think AEW's problem is they have a really long time before their next pay-per-view. It's not till the very last day of February. And, that's fine and all. It's, I'm glad. I like their structure. But the way that they structure their things is, they have like 4 pay-per-views a year. And then about every 4 weeks, they have like a big episode of Dynamite where, a couple titles might be on the line. The world title might be on the line. Something like that. And in this instance, they are not going to have another one of those big Dynamite episodes until the big pay-per-view at the end of February. So now we're just kind of in limbo. You have a lot of weeks of TV to cover. You have like 5 more Dynamites, including this one, before your pay-per-view. So you have a lot of time to cover, a lot of time to build. Whereas NXT's next pay-per-view, I think, is in 2 weeks. Man, I can't wait for that show. I've never seen a takeover in a big arena without a big 4 pay-per-view coming up the next night. So I'm really excited to see how that goes. It might be the same weekend as No Way Out. Let's look that up real quick. Let's Google Portland. So that's on February 16th. Is it called No Way Out? In there? No Way Out, yeah. Maybe not. What is the next pay-per-view? Hold on. When is the next pay-per-view? Let's go to 2020. You've got TakeOver Portland, Super Showdown, Elimination Chambers on March the 8th. That's the next time you have a big pay-per-view. Is on March 8th, so it's actually 2 weeks after the TakeOver Portland show. You have a Saudi Arabia show on February 27th, which I actually like that positioning better. I like the positioning of putting Saudi Arabia before WrestleMania, so you're not like trying to overshadow WrestleMania like they did last year. Like, oh, it's just as good as WrestleMania or better. That was the stupidest tagline they've ever used. So I'm glad they're doing Saudi Arabia before WrestleMania this year. But anyways, we've talked Wednesday Night Wrestling. I think NXT took the edge this week. Just my opinion. I thought they had better promos, better title build-up, and like I said, AEW's kind of in limbo right now, so that hurt them. But for the most part, it was all pretty good. I enjoyed, all the different wrestling that I watched this week. And I'm signing out, guys. www.rc3entertainment.com. Go check us out every single day for all your breaking news, opinions, reviews, all kinds of stuff to read over there. Just go check it out. rc3entertainment.com. Facebook.com/rc3ent, where you can make sure you never miss an article, never miss anything, never miss a video, never miss a stream, never miss an article, never miss a breaking news, never miss a poll, never miss anything. Just go over there. Facebook.com/rc3ent. Follow me on Twitter at rc3ent. If you want to see my initial reaction to all breaking news, I don't tweet a whole lot, but I tweet some. I tweet a little bit of tweeting. Tweet. Little tweet action. Most importantly, become an RC3 Horseman at patreon.com/rc3ent. Make my dreams come true, and you become a special member of my family. You're an RC3 Horseman. Again, this has been Rob. This has been WrestleTalk, episode 4. We've talked NXT, AEW, and we've talked all I'm going to talk tonight. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for coming out. Come again tomorrow, 11:15 p.m. Eastern Time, every single night, Monday through Friday, and on pay-per-view nights. Thanks again, guys. RC3, this has been Rob, signing out.